During the summer of 2016, several terrorist attacks were carried out by violent Islamists in European countries and the United States. This includes the Brussels bombing, which killed 35 and wounded more than 300 more, the Pulse nightclub shooting in Orlando, Florida, where Omar Mateen killed 49 people and injured 53 more, the stabbing of a police officer and his wife in Meganville by a man who swore his allegiance to ISIL, the 17-year-old Afghan refugee injuring 5 people seriously, 2 critically, with a knife and hatchet on a train near Würzburg, Germany, the suicide bombing outside a wine bar in Germany, in which a bomber tried to bomb a large music festival. He still injured 15 and seriously injured 4 people. The priest's throat being slit alongside 4 nuns that were held hostage in a church in France. The Islamists who ran over and opened fire on people in Nice, France, which killed 84 and injured 308 more. The man who attacked 2 policewomen with a machete in Charleroi, Belgium. This long list excludes the many bombings and attacks carried out by Islamists in Afghanistan, India, Iraq, Libya, Egypt, Turkey, Indonesia, Somalia, Burkina Faso, Pakistan, Cameroon, Nigeria, Ivory Coast, Yemen, Bangladesh, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, Syria, and Kazakhstan. These attacks are indicative of a bigger problem in the Islamic world. And unreformed Islam holds the views that you must convert or die, that the sympathetic to do would be to kill gays, that the apostates are traitors and should be killed. These ideas being heavily promoted in an ideology, religious or not, is a threat to not just Western civilization, but to people around the world. All summer, every time an Islamist Muslim commits an atrocity like the one in Orlando or the one in Brussels, the left told us that terrorism has no religion. Never mind the fact that the atrocities are committed in the name of Allah or Muhammad, while the right says we need to have more strict security even if it violates our individual privacy rights. The problem was mostly stemmed from the European Union, which promoted an open-door policy to Muslim immigrants who simply don't share our values and in fact want Sharia law to be the law of the world. Sharia law is the main problem with an unreformed Islam, and it continues to be promoted in Islamic countries where these people come from. The problem also comes from mosques that do preach not only those outdated ideas, but that those rules are to be followed over our nation's laws. Another problem with mosques is that Islamic countries like Saudi Arabia are now going to countries like Germany, who took in 1.3 million migrants, and funding very radical mosques. Annie Cyrus, a former Iranian Muslim, discussed this further with Stephen Crowder and discussed her experience with Islam as a child, where she was called a woman at the age of 9.
Well, I was born and raised in Islamic Republic of Iran with an N at the end, not a Q. It's Iran. And I basically, not only was it an Islamic country, it was also a very Islamic family that I grew up in. My father was a sheikh, or better known as imam here, and my mom was a Quran teacher and a woman who would teach other women how to be a obeying good Muslim wife. Well, to be honest, if it's up to me, I would definitely go with ban Sharia. When you ban Sharia, they can't have mosques either, because one thing about mosque is a lot of people actually automatically assume a mosque is where they do their prayers, and no, they don't. As soon as a mosque goes up, that means that area has been conquered by Sharia law.
Hold on a second. Are you saying all mosques function as Sharia courts?
Single mosque. Yes, the mosque is also a Sharia court. A fatwa or fatwa, they pronounce it both ways.
Oh, I know fatwa. I know that. So, okay, but continue.
Well, the correct Arabic pronunciation of it is fatwa.
Okay.
That's how they say it. But it's basically a sentencing that is given to a Muslim who has disobeyed or walked away from Islam, or insulted Allah or Muhammad or anything that goes against Sharia law. That's the sentencing or judgment for that Muslim. It's called fatwa.
Well,